Folks, hello, welcome to Mouse Cheers.
Cheers.
These aren't experimental drinks. These are tried and true. This is not,
What we got?
This is not grape. It's blackberry mango.
Blackberry and mango?
Are you into seltzer yet?
No. You know, whenever I drink seltzer water, it's wrong. It's wrong. It's never good. It tastes like you're at a soda fountain trying to get yourself a cola. Okay, but they're out of the syrup, so what comes out is that like seltzer water, and you're like, oh, there's
a soda fountain.
There's a mistake. Yeah, a soda
I
fountain.
thought you meant like a soda machine. No, sorry. Spoken like a true, unsophisticated palate. Indeed.
You know, this is the definition of a fanboy craze, and it'll be over within the next 5 years. So enjoy your blackberry mango, which those two flavors don't go together at all.
Surprisingly, they do. This is my third ever. I tried it for the first time yesterday, and I'm like, I love it. And I'm picky with seltz. I usually like single flavors, so lime is my go-to.
I was about to say, I've only known you as a lime guy. And even with that, only a polar lime guy.
Polar has the right amount of carbonation for me. Pomegranate is tops.
Would you eat a pomegranate?
Yeah, I ate a pomegranate. I bought a pomegranate like a month and a half ago.
You did not.
I promise I did. All right, so hold on. Pomegranate and grapefruit I'll do. I bought a pomegranate and I bought a grapefruit.
Grapefruit is worse than pomegranate. Like, I believe that even less.
No,
Please.
listen, this is funny. I bought a pomegranate and a grapefruit. I cut the pomegranate open, ate like the pomegranate seeds, which are good, are delicious. I love pomegranate, but my hands got so sticky and it was so like such an experience that like, you know, they sell this pomegranate seeds in like a little Tupperware at the store.
Yeah.
I'm like, maybe I'll get that next time. But, you know.
And did you do?
No. It was like sticky. It wasn't fun. So I bought a grapefruit the next day. I was going to have the grapefruit after the pomegranate, but we ended up like going out to brunch and then it just didn't happen. So the grapefruit I had to throw it away eventually. So the next week I bought another grapefruit, and then
this time we'll get it.
And
right.
then I didn't eat that either.
Oh,
so I bought two grapefruits.
So let me save you some money for the next. Let me save you a quick 40 cents for the next grocery trip.
40 cents.
You're telling me a grapefruit is not 40 cents?
Grapefruit's
they're
probably
basically giving that away because nobody wants to eat it.
Grapefruit's probably like $2 or something.
No, it's not. Look up a grapefruit right now. So listen, let me save you a quick 40 cents and say that you're not going to enjoy it anyway. Do you think you would cut it in half? Some people, what we got?
Well, at Walmart, it's $1.18. At Stop and Shop, $1.66. Yeah, it's like little under $2.
You people are charging too much for bad fruit.
This is gross. You know, this is
Would
inflation.
Would you sprinkle some sugar on it? Some people sprinkle some sugar on it.
I don't think I don't know. I have to try it.
You have to.
My hope is that I don't have to. Maybe very slightly, but I plan on not.
Okay, well this is just a conversation I don't want to get into at all.
So anyway, those three flavors, but then I got like my second tier, like black cherry. It's okay. Mandarin. All right. And then I tried this. This is in tier 2. It's with like grapefruit for me. Pomegranate grapefruit.
Okay. So I'm going tried and true. I did a strawberry lemonade Powerade. I'm a Powerade guy. Over Gatorade.
They only sell Powerade in the parks. They don't do Gatorade in Disney.
I know, and I love that. And sometimes I'll use a snack credit to get a Powerade. Hell yeah, I will. Absolutely. I'll use a snack credit to get a Powerade.
Hopefully not during one of the festivals.
Check it out, my food and wine festival shirt.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, you like that?
I love it.
Yeah, thank you.
If you get a Powerade on a snack credit while the Food and Wine Festival is going on, don't talk to me.
John, you know I struggle with heat. Let me tell you something.
Every one of those snack credits should be filling your gullet with food and wine festival snacks.
So there's a couple things that you have to understand. One, we're going to have to really sit down and talk about the last time I went to Disney and the last time you went to Disney. We have to really do a podcast and dive deep into that because we haven't
Let's say
done
the
that
next two that we do should be like my trip, which I had gone on, and then in your trip as
Exactly. So we'll talk more about it, so I'll spare some details now. But let me tell you. The heat gets to me. Every trip, there's always that one day where the heat gets to me. I need some electrolytes.
I feel you. But, I would cough up I don't know how much it is. It's probably like $5, but let's say it's like $3.50. I'd cough up $3.50 and use my snack credit on a food and wine item that's $7.50.
Dude,
Am I right?
When you're a heat stroke and you're delirious, I'll spend that snack credit on anything.
Like emergency snack credit.
I'd get an Emerge Dasani.
I heard Dasani stopped putting salt in their water.
Ow, that's what they say because everyone found out their secret. They're still putting salt in that. They're getting
salty.
They're getting the people that don't fully understand by Dasani be like, oh, it's better now. And it's like it's the same recipe.
Be like, oh yeah, it quenched me more because there's no salt. And the people at Dasani are like, dumbass.
Yeah. Then you go to the doctor and like your salt intake is through the roof.
You're a little dehydrated and your sodium is high.
I've been eating nothing but vegetables. You drinking that Dasani?
Your sodium levels.
They changed their recipe. They didn't. But big day.
That is a good segue.
Big
Oscars.
Big day kind of for Disney.
Oh yeah.
For Oscars season 2024. And I say kind of.
Yeah. It's tricky. Season 2020. You're right. For the movies for 2024.
It's happening of March 2025.
So Disney owns Fox.
So we got Inside Out 2 that's up for the Oscar for animated
Best
film.
Animated Feature. Was anything else? Flow? Is Flow?
No.
Pixar? No, it's not no. I knew it wasn't Pixar. Sorry. I was thinking a short. Does Pixar have a short animated film?
No.
All right. No. I don't know. Okay, so hold up. How do you like Inside Out 2?
It's good.
I didn't see it.
So here's the thing. Let me give you the full rundown. You won't need to see it after my rundown.
Okay.
It was good. I very much enjoyed it. I would even watch it again.
Okay.
Was it as good as the first one? Not even close. But I do count the first one as my favorite Pixar movie.
Mm-hmm.
So by definition, you really can't compare, even if it wasn't a direct sequel. But there were a few things, because, Disney's woke. There were a few things about the movie that, brought that out a little bit, but, not enough to be in an uproar about it, but just enough to be like, oh, they had to sneak it in. They never said, and I'm going to be real with you right now, because this is a real podcast. I think they made Riley gay. I think Riley's gay.
Yeah, that's what you.
I think she showed it implied strong interest in another female character.
Okay,
it's unnecessary.
Yeah, no, I agree.
It's a kids movie about emotions.
I agree, and without getting too crazy into the politics of it all, I believe that Disney is starting to stray away from that.
Yeah, they've been getting hella hate for that Snow White movie coming out. Which I will not see.
Oh, what?
I won't see it.
Dude, why?
I am boboycotting that like a bastard.
I'm going to go see that opening
No,
day.
You're not.
Yes,
no,
I
would.
I won't. I won't. But I want to. If I didn't have kids, I would.
Don't use your kids as an excuse. You would not go if you were a single man on the prowl.
Dude,
you would not be there.
Do you know how excited I am for this? Do you know how bad it looks?
Dude, it looks terrible.
You're not excited?
No.
To see the dwarfs? Come on. I want to see scenes with them. Come on. The dance scene with Rachel Zegler clearly dancing alone.
I'll tell you what. The day I hear how bad it flops and it'll never get my money in theaters. The day it flops and comes out on Disney Plus, I'll give it a watch to hate a hate watch.
Yeah.
I'll give it a hate watch, fine. But they will in no way get my money. In fact, I might not even use my own Disney Plus account to use it. I'll come over, we'll watch it together.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Searchlight Pictures, which is previously Fox Searchlight, is owned by Disney, and they have a nominee for Best Picture, A Complete Unknown. Have you seen it?
I have not.
What Best Pictures have you seen? Best Picture noms.
So we really haven't been doing too great this year as far as watching the features. But what I did see was, do you have the list up there?
All right. No. Well, I do, but it's on a hold up. It's right there.
Okay. So I definitely saw. It would stand to reason to be the first one, right?
No,
No.
it's like here.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
So Honora.
No, the Brutalist.
Brutalist?
No, that's I really wanted to
Dude, the
because
Brutalist is-
Adrian Brody,
Yeah,
but it's like 3.5 hours long, and
it has like a built-in intermission. It's like
Oh,
a 15-minute
I heard
intermission.
about that, yeah.
And Adrian, I guess some like AI was used to make Adrian Brody's performance better, like his accent. They like fixed his accent. AI.
Oh, I don't know how
I
to feel about that.
also heard Amelia Perez had AI.
So I
used.
saw Amelia Perez. I did not like it
You
at
didn't
all.
see. How much of it did you watch?
I stopped watching it after 34 minutes. It was awful. It got a 17% for audience on Rotten Tomatoes. You know that, right?
Of course I know that. Amelia Perez is trash. It's awful. It's actively bad. I don't think that I could write worse songs if I tried.
My favorite song was the Vaginoplasty song.
And like I say, I have that on a playlist to work every day.
You watched all of it, John?
Dude, I'm not proud of it, and here's why. We're in Disney. We're every night, the kids are going to bed. We're
Wait
on
a
our
minute.
headphones watching stuff.
Wait a minute.
And we're like, we're going to watch everything.
Wait
I
a
watched it in Disney.
You watched it in Disney.
Yeah. So I'm like, I'm going to try to watch everything. I watched The Substance. I watched Conclave.
How was Conclave?
I liked Conclave. I thought it was pretty good. I would I wouldn't be upset if Conclave won. I wish I watched Honora. I didn't watch Honora. I know that I think that's the front runner, but Conclave also won. I think Conclave won at the SAG Awards Best Picture. But you never know. Amelia Perez, I'm the only one who watched the whole thing, and I made myself watch it. I was so bored out of my skull. And then it's like some cartel member who's responsible for murdering countless people, burying them in the desert, all that stuff, like drug lord, becomes a woman and then just is now a good guy. And then at the end they have a memorial to him or her. It looks like the Virgin Mary, and they're all kind of worshiping it. Freaking, that's how the movie ends.
What the hell?
It's real bad.
So
It's real bad. And I fail to see how this is a good guy because it's an awful person.
Yeah. No, that's absolutely ridiculous. So Amanda sent me this wicked funny video of it's essentially two guys and they're talking. It's like, dude, let's talk about some Best Picture, nominees or past winners, right? And he's like, all right, here's a synopsis of this one. FBI agent, a thief, a murderer, keeps people in the basement, and she seeks help from another murderer. Oh, Silence of the Lambs, yeah, great movie. All these things. Okay, another one, right? 12th century, Vikings, whatever it is, brutal battles, whatever. Oh, Braveheart, yeah, Braveheart. Oh, great movie. 3 women trying to find happiness. Amelia Perez. It's like, come on now. Don't you see the pattern here?
Yeah.
We are declining in storytelling to send a political message, and I'm not about it.
Not about it. You can't sacrifice, because there's movies that have elements of stuff like this that are good, that are well written, and that's the point. Make art. Don't make agenda propaganda.
Exactly. And I assume you heard about this year's like in order to be nominated, you have to the movie has to have representation of
Right.
you know,
There's like this
gender, race,
yeah.
something. There's a guideline now
Yeah.
just to be nominated.
Yeah, I know.
John, that's telling people, inspiring people like Ben Affleck and Matt Damon when they wrote Good Will Hunting, which was the big Oscar winner of that year.
Yeah.
All white cast, all white writers. That's discouraging. That so you're telling me
That wouldn't have been nominated today.
we'll never have another Good Will Hunting? Is that what you're telling me?
Well, you're right, unless it's like unless it hits all those notes. But it would have to be
it's
good.
Silly. It's silly. It's silly.
You know, and that's the tricky thing, and it's a slippery slope of an argument because people will assume a lot about you if you're talking to the negative of it. But it's really not about, you know, inclusion, like being against inclusion at all. That shouldn't be criteria for you to be nominated. And if the problem is Hollywood and they're being, you know, racist and sexist and all that, if that's their problem. They should fix 100%. themselves.
100%.
They shouldn't manipulate the art and only pick and choose. You know what I'm saying?
Because if someone
preaching to the echo chamber.
You're preaching. Because if someone came up to me and they were like, "Okay, let's have a conversation about movies. No white people. I only want no white males. I only want women and people of color and people of a certain gender." I can go off on all my favorites. I can go off on all my favorites. This has nothing to do with that. This has to do with the art form.
Right.
I can the woman who directed the Babadook, her directing style blew me away. She did so great.
Yeah.
Right. Lupita as an African American actress in 12 Years a Slave and Us. And you know, beautiful woman too. All these things that she did. What an outstanding actress. She deserved every award she ever got.
Yeah.
You know, let's talk about this.
Yeah.
Don't make a criteria discouraging.
Right.
Future greatness.
Yeah, agreed.
You know?
Agreed. A lot of agreeing. A Real Pain. Ariel watched that. I didn't.
So
did you watch that?
I did.
Oh, how was it?
It was.
That's a Disney-owned project. So.
It was good. Culkin is probably going to win the Oscar tonight. Because I think he's been winning. He did a good job. Mm-hmm. He did a good job. And the only problem I had, I really didn't have a problem with his acting. I would have liked to see a little bit better writing, I suppose, because I don't know how much you know about it.
Zero.
Okay, well, there's these, I believe they're cousins, if I'm correct, Eisenberg and Culkin. And they're going on a trip that was paid for by their aunt or grandmother. Someone passed away, and her dying wish was she left them money to go on one last trip to see their homeland. And so they did that together. And you know, there's a little sad thing about like them. You know, used to be really close, but you know, they lost touch, and you know, there was a suicide attempt and all this, and so it was sad. But then there was a historical aspect to it, where they went and saw the camps, the Holocaust, because they're Jewish boys, right? So it really covered concentration camps and things like that. I would have liked pick one or the other. If you're gonna go the concentration camp way, go all the way, because like those scenes were incredibly powerful scenes. But then they tried to do powerful scenes with them together, and I was like, I feel like it should be one or the other.
It didn't hit as
much because one was clearly more powerful than the other.
Right.
So I just wish the writing was a tad better.
There are movies that I'm like, I wish this was like perfect movie, but there's like one point where one piece that I didn't love the writing. You know, it's like, and it doesn't really ruin the movie, but it ruins it being a perfect movie for you.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, no, I feel you. And sometimes that bothers me. I'm like, ah,
Yeah.
It's
I'd
one
never
little
watch it.
thing.
I'd never watch it again. You
no,
know?
but it's one of those.
It was fun.
Yeah, Alien Romulus. I didn't see that. I don't really want to. And what do you?
No.
Alien is a. Did you watch
I've
Alien?
never seen any of the
Dude.
aliens.
Alien. Okay, so Aliens is James Cameron, as you.
No, I don't care for JC.
Yeah, why? That's no secret here. But Aliens, I would say, is an excellent sci-fi action movie, whereas Alien is one of the best deep dive like science fiction movies like of all time. I think it's so good. They're two very different movies.
Mm-hmm.
Pacing wise and vibe wise, feeling wise, and I actually prefer Alien to Aliens. So, but that's where I tap out. I don't really care. I saw
Like it.
Prometheus, not good.
Yeah.
Alien Romulus, I'm just done. I want something new, just like Jurassic Park. I'm like that first one is kind of where I tap out. Like the Jurassic World, it was a popcorn movie. It was fun, I guess. I saw the second one, the third one I didn't watch, and then there's another one coming out. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm kind of done. Elton John, Never Too Late. Never.
I've never been an Elton John fan.
I'm not a huge music person, so I'm like indifferent. Inside Out 2, you just talked about Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. They have, and Sugarcane, which is a National Geographic documentary film. I guess I will. Best documentary. I guess I'll root for that because it's Disney.
For the Planet of the Apes,
Yeah.
I've only seen. Oh, by the way, we have ballots that you guys have to fill out.
Ah, yes.
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 Planet of the Apes, I've only seen the first two, Rise and Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
Rise was awesome. You saw Rise of the Planet of the Apes, right?
I saw the first one. What was that?
Yeah, Rise.
Oh, yeah, I saw Rise.
Rise is awesome.
Yeah, Rise is good.
Dawn is okay.
Okay.
And because of that, I never saw the third one, and now this is a
Then
fourth
there's
one.
this one.
Which, I don't know. So I kind of tapped out there.
Yeah. I'm not against giving it a try.
My favorite Oscar movie this year, from what I've seen, has been Nosferatu. And Dracula's my favorite book, Bram Stoker.
Yeah.
And it was as close as you can come to, adapting the book to a screenplay, despite, them taking obvious liberties at some points. But
this is a knockoff, technically, right?
yeah. So what Nosferatu is they didn't have the rights for Dracula. So they literally just did the story of Dracula, but changed the names of everyone.
Okay.
So Dracula became Count Orlok. Van Helsing was a different name, and so on and so on. But it's the same story.
Understood.
So that's where Nosferatu came from.
Okay.
But it is Dracula, and brutal. It was brutal.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm very excited.
I
to see
own it.
Nosferatu.
So
Nosferatu?
Yeah, I ended
Okay.
up buying it. So
Nice.
I'll give you my information when you're ready to watch it.
Okay, awesome.
And that's what the book was brutal. Vampires are brutal.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why they became such sex symbols and all this, but like I'm watching it, I'm like, yes, this is it.
Yeah.
And as much as people think of Bela Lugosi, which I love the old monster movies myself, I'm a big fan. But Dracula didn't look like that. Dracula was an older, mustachioed man that, as he would drink blood, he would look a little younger.
Got you.
And so it's the best depiction outside of Gary Oldman played Dracula once. He was probably the second best depiction. But it's the best depiction, in my opinion, of Dracula. And you really felt it. Like, you felt the fear. And, like, when he was draining the blood, you're like, this isn't just like they go to the neck and they depict it almost as like a kiss, but what's happening. They're sucking the blood. No, this is like,
Yeah.
this is pretty brutal. Like there was a point in the movie I was like, oh, this is a vampire.
Cool.
Yeah. So
It bothers me so much that Universal dropped the ball on creating a dark universe, and they flopped it with The Mummy with Tom Cruise. Like they could have like remade some like some of those classic horrors in a way that was like,
Yeah, and I think it all comes down to you need to have fans make the movies.
100%. You know,
Yeah.
Kevin Feige's a fan of Marvel, so Marvel was doing good for a while.
Yeah.
I think he started pulling in more and more people after Endgame, and it faltered. But yeah, you need fans of these things. I completely agree with you. So Oscars are starting pretty soon. We can.
We have to wrap up.
But what do you want to win Best Picture from based on what you've seen?
I guess I'll go. Maybe The Brutalist.
Yeah, so you haven't seen it, but you're kind of rooting for it.
I'm an Adrian Brody fan.
Yeah. Oh, can I talk about The Substance real quick?
Please.
Did you watch The Substance? I thought that it was a good horror movie, and then I felt it got a little ridiculous at the end. So I won't give anything away. I just wanted to say that sentiment. It's almost one of those that I'm like, ooh, that was pretty great, and I don't know that it's Best Picture quality. I enjoyed the movie though.
No, I 100% get it. And something else that unrelated, but you know what I never understood after all these years?
What's that?
Remember in Greece how Rizzo during Look at Me, I'm Sandra D, that song, she was like, would you pull that crap with a net?
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
What are you saying? Why'd you bring that up?
I don't know what it means. Do you know what it means?
No. Do you?
No. Well, it was good to talk to you guys, and there'll be definitely more podcasts. We'll talk about me and John.
Great episode.
Last time we were in Disney, and hope you guys enjoy the Oscars. Let us know what you want to win or your opinions on what did win.
Yeah. If you know what that means, leave a comment.
I couldn't be more baffled. It's been years. But, John, at the end of the day, you know what I'll say to all of that?
What's that?
I will cheers to that.
So will I. Reach.
I'm not quite done, but...
Nor am I. Quick episode, though.
Cheers.
Cheers.